skateboarding is at the point where it needs something new.
I think right now, even the skateboard industry doesn't quite grasp the gravity of the PSL.
Got these rappers out here lying about the truth, even though his family black thought he was lying about his roots.
The format is really genius.
Said not inspired, my requirements recruit tomorrow.
He was just stacked. It don't matter who you get first round, bro. It honestly don't matter. No team is gonna be easier than the other. It's gonna be war.
And any payment from pagans who would Satan, I rebuke.
Who's your 9-iron, bro? Who's your putter? Who's putting?
It's evolved a little bit. We're gonna get into the first season. It's exciting.
Being the first of its kind is dope. But this is a team thing. People are mic'd up, like, it's fun.
Contests are great and all, but everyone's like so locked in their lane, no one's shit talking. I feel like that's a big missing key in skating. Like, that shit's fun. Someone's gotta start it. Someone has to start talking shit first. It might have to be me.
Everyone's bag is so different. Like, it's just gonna be so fun to see the jumble and mixes of it.
Be a lion in the jungle or be lying in the booth.
Also, the strategy everyone's gonna be taking, it's something new, so there's gonna be a lot of learning curves.
It's like basketball nowadays. Every team is filled with superstars. There's definitely gonna be some back and forth. You got fakey double flip, gang? You got that shit?
Wolverines versus SHS, Game 1. Johnny Hernandez and Julian Agliardi came through in a clutch against the onslaught of the Wolverines' offense, giving SHS the cover they needed to pull off their first win of the season thanks to PROD's strategic approach to the game and Julian Christensen's consistency on offense. The Wolverines and SHS are both now 1-1, respectively, heading into Week 3. Game 2, Tropics versus Lithium. With Ashad Ware and Zach Saraceno sidelined, both the Tropics and Lithium are missing limbs heading into the match. Despite the best efforts of Deshaun Jordan and Mario McCoy, tight-knit Tropics team was just too much to overcome without team captain Saraceno. We're hearing that Zach is stepping back into the lineup for Week 3, and with an 0-2 record, they are going to need him to make the playoffs. Game 3, Soldiers versus Los Santos. NYJAH Houston proved he is still one of the greatest competitive skateboarders of all time in his 2026 debut. Even with the help of his first-round draft pick, Art Cardova, the all-star Los Santos lineup was able to edge out the Soldiers in one of the closest matches in PSL's short history. Impressive debuts from Suchiu and Miles Silvas were capped off by another incredible performance from the youngest skater in the league, Yinwoo Onodera. Will any team in PSL be able to match this young man's unique bag of tricks? Only time will tell.
Hello, and welcome back. It's Week 3 of the 2026 PSL season. We're almost halfway through, and we've got 3 more incredible games lined up for you after tonight. I am Clint Peterson. Here with me is back in the seats, Sean Malto. Sean, where the hell were you last week?
Yeah, you know, I am psyched to be back. I missed you guys, even though I loved hearing you and Tim O'Connor talk about PSL in Match 2, but I had a little thing to do in Cabo. As you can see, I'm a little more tan than usual, but nothing better to be here in PSL talking about skateboarding with my main man, Clint Peterson.
I can't blame you. Cabo sounds nice. Yeah, it's just great to be here tonight. And the doors are open. People are trickling in. And
these are the team records so far of the season. Los Santos undefeated, 2-0, and then you have Tropics through the Wolverines 1-1, and then Lithium is in the basement. They're struggling out there.
Yeah, they're flipped on the bottom and Los Santos on the top. Everyone else 1-1. But let's not forget about all the scores and stats here. Yinwoo, obvious leader there with 16.
Yeah, Yinwoo is the man here at 16. He's not here today, which makes Christian Dufresne the top person with 9 points scored, and also the most defensive makes out of anybody total. So Christian is the heavy hitter of today for the Tropics.
Yeah, #1 defensive player in PSL, and that's maybe the most valuable asset we're finding you can have on the team. Someone that can just answer back every trick like Christian's been able to do here, as you can see.
Yeah, the offensive points actually aren't that big of a gap from the top to the bottom, but the defensive gap is so big from top to bottom. So defense does play a big part trying to defend off of everybody else.
Really helped the Tropics get to where they're at. And now we're looking at tonight's schedule with match 1, SHS versus the Soldiers.
We got PROD versus NYJAH, the heavy hitters.
He could really use a win here tonight. They definitely had a good game last week. He's got the squad. He's just got an eclectic group of like really dedicated people. And with the focus and the experience of Paul Rodriguez.
Yeah, but, you know, going head-to-head up with NYJAH, who is arguably the best contest skater ever. So that's going to be a big heavyweight matchup. And then we go into match 2, Lithium versus Wolverines.
Lithium has been the team that's needed to win the most here. They've had quite a struggle, but Mario McCoy's debut, and if Deshaun Jordan catches stride tonight, they're going to need it against the vicious Wolverines.
And look at that. We got Frankie Spears in for Lithium.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Lithium's a little banged up. They're getting their roster kind of pieced together and then going heads up right into Chris Jocelyn and the Wolverines, which is going to be a really tough matchup for them, but I feel like teams, when they absolutely need it, skate better, and Lithium is in that bubble. And then we go to match 3, Los Santos versus the Tropics.
The game of the night, match 3. You can see why they put them last. Santos down Ginwu, down Asuchu, and down Felipe. So they're looking like they're still a good squad, but this is the week to beat them, I think, for the Tropics. And looking at your game format, the game format is a 3 versus 3 game of skate downstairs, basically. It's 1 offensive possession per quarter, and offense ends after 3 misses, 3 bails, and there's 4 quarters per game. And guess what? The most points at the end of the game wins, Sean.
And then if you're wondering what makes, what counts as a make or a bail, whether you like it or not, I've been reading the comments. There is some controversy, but it all comes down to my main man, Scott Pfaff, who is with the 3rd member of our team, Chris Blake.
Scott Pfaff, a.k.a. Big Cat, a.k.a. PSL's referee. What are some rules, better yet, do's and don'ts out here at PSL?
Do's are easy. Roll away clean. Don'ts would be, don't put your hand down and put weight on it. That's a specification I think there's maybe some confusion about online. If you brush your hand on the ground, it's fine. If you put weight on it, that's where it doesn't count. If you touch 2 things on the ground, a toe and a hand, even if that's light, that's a no-go. If you hit the last stair or any part of the stairs, that's also a bail. Other than that, that's what there is. That's all there is to it.
No Baker makers out here.
No Baker makers.
So, for everyone out there that doesn't know you rip, how long have you been skating for?
30 years. 30 years. Yeah.
Mike Mo says you have the best switch tray in the game. Is he talking about Miralesque?
He might be, and I'm flattered that he thinks that.
All right. The crowd boos, love it or hate it?
Love it. Make it louder. Yes. My dad was here 2 weeks ago, and my dad was booing me, so I'm here for it.
Love it. All right, back to the boys in the booth, Clint and Sean Malto.
Yeah, you know, the internet has not been kind to some of the makes with the, you know, heels and foot and feet and hands down, but, you know, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes.
No, the internet's a bunch of haters, but, you know, we got Scott Pfaff. He does a great job, and look, use your best judgment, or just listen to him. That's how it's going to go anyways.
Right, and now they've installed that stair cam. I think there won't be any issue on tail taps.
Absolutely. So we're doing everything we can. And then this man, who is used to landing a lot of tricks, he is, you know, he came as the last person to get drafted. Sinner got drafted before him. but he has become a young star. Julian Agliardi, learn more about him in this piece right here.
It's a dream come true, to be honest. Like, it's insane.
You got little Julian Agliardi, and first of all, I think he's like 15 or something like that. So he's got some legs left in him.
I mean, it's sick that me and Ginwoo are the youngest. That's pretty sick. Can't lie.
And I've been telling Julian since he's been this young, I was like, bro, you're the one. You're the one. I see it. He's been skating like a grown man since he was like 12 or so. He's just got such a good style, such a wide variety of tricks. He can skate the stairs, he can skate the rails. And he's somebody on our team that can like be on the team for a long time, you know?
He was the last pick of the last round, and I think that was a smart pick by Paul because get him while you can, man. He will be a #1 pick at some point. And NYJAH, by the way, blew it on that pick. He got Sinner instead of Julian Agliardi.
All right, NYJAH, last pick.
You already know. Pat Sinner, Pasquale.
I give that one a F on a bad pick choice, NYJAH.
The Rod followed their last pick.
This is the final pick. Let me get Julian.
Damn, it was either him or Sam.
Like, one thing's for sure, that even if there's a trick that none of my teammates can do, if I'm gonna be the one to try it, I will try my absolute hardest no matter what.
That's why we put you in. Hey, that's why we put you in.
I'm gonna die for this team. I'm like a ride or die. Even if I don't think I've got it, I'm just still gonna go for it because sometimes I've surprised myself like that.
Julian Agliardi doing it, no problem.
And I end up learning a new trick like that. Because it just, like, it kind of cancels out the fear, you know?
And that is one of the coolest stories, you know, one of the last, actually the last pick in the draft to one of the most valuable assets in PSL. So cool to watch Julian grow. Not just in PSL, in his whole skate career, he's doing such a great job. It's just awesome.
NYJAH has to be kicking himself.
Yeah, he's certainly putting up more points than Sinner.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think we've seen Sinner out there yet. But, you know, he's a hype man, valuable asset to Soldiers. But, you know, PROD out there last week, out strategizing the Wolverines. Let's see if he can do it this week against the Soldiers. They look like they're friends up there, but they are mortal enemies here, game one.
Yeah, I mean, they've been skating against each other for the better part of a couple decades.
Yeah.
But now this is a team sport. We'll see how it all plays out.
Highlights here.
And look, Julian was talking about learning tricks on the fly. He like learned a pressure flip down the set of stairs right there.
Julian had a really good week last week. He Manny with the trick of the night.
And then John, 1 of 1, solid skater, and then PROD as the anchor.
Do not sleep on the Soldiers. Their arsenal is deep. Art Cardova, if he can catch on fire, and don't forget about Mickey Papa.
And then, yeah, if you're leaning the whole weight on NYJAH Houston towards the end of the game, you have a really good chance at winning any contest, especially here at PSL.
Yeah. Oh, first try everything, by the way. And this is the game of the night. SHS versus the Soldiers, first game of the night.
And you can see points per game is not that far off. It's only separated by points. SHS actually has the edge there.
Yep.
But the defense is, the Soldiers' defense is way better than SHS. If SHS can defend, I feel like they'll have a solid chance at pulling a win out today.
Defense proving so valuable here at PSL. It's anyone's game, but yeah, SHS needs to really defend all those tricks that the Soldiers are going to do. And I know NYJAH's got some up his sleeve. He was nollie back, heeling, lipping first try last week.
All right, Clint, week 3, I think it's time to set this off. Let's get this going. SHS Vs Soldiers right now.
Let's go.
First game of the night will be between SHS and the Soldiers. SHS will start on offense. Johnny Hernandez is up first. Game on.
Let's do this. I need another.
My boys, you already know what it is. All right, brother. The work is done. The work is done. Just gonna show them what it is.
I think one thing to pay attention to right now, too, is that the Soldiers actually have home court advantage, which means they go second. And I feel like that's a little bit of an advantage coming in.
And why is that an advantage again, Sean, for those viewers at home that might not know?
Because that just means, like, if they're down in the fourth quarter, they still have a chance to come back.
They will see that advantage later in the game if they are down when they need it.
Absolutely.
Starting out, getting the legs warm.
Do you want us to do all the variations first? Let's like.
Yeah, I mean, you can warm it up as you feel, but again, go with your
Julian
gut.
Christensen set the trick. All right.
It's cool to see PROD coaching up the younger guys, too.
Definitely going some strategy this game. We saw it last week. I think he's going to implement it again.
Go, Papa.
Yeah, we touched on it a little earlier, but Paul outsmarted the Wolverines.
Remember, I switched it. I said, Manny.
Well, he's got one of the most cohesive teams in the league, I would say. Everyone seems to be kind of just right where they need to be. Good arsenal of talent. Those Soldiers. Not that they're not cohesive, but, you know, might be all over the place. Or maybe I'm talking about Lithium. Oh, my.
Oh.
That's interesting.
I mean, that was the tactic they did against the Wolverines. I actually thought they used their rail wildcard tricks way too fast.
They really did.
You know, when I skated the rails a little bit, all it takes is one, just to do one.
Keeping it basic. Hernandez with a frontside nollie.
I mean, it looked good. That's right. It's in the past.
I did think the first 2 weeks so far, there was some basic tricks missed. I think everybody's kind of polishing up their game a little bit more. Making sure they have the frontside half cabs, the nollie 180s.
Now we're stepping into more advanced tricks with a perfect switch front shove from Julian Christensen.
Fuck yeah.
God, he made that look good.
Yeah, he did. Ivan Martinez getting that back foot, readjusting.
Did appear to be getting away from him, but he got it back. And there you have it. And he coming correct on the rail car, the wild card, excuse me, with the big heel board on the rail.
Barrel heel board slide. This is kind of the different strategy. Some people want to save that wild card rail trick for later.
Yeah.
SHS kind of took the approach of just like trying to build the bigger lead early.
Oh my God.
Such a scary trick. Good.
Yeah, the trick of the night for last week's matchup is straight out of the gate.
Yeah.
Right.
And why not if he's scoring a point on it right there.
Yeah.
Very difficult trick. It doesn't look that difficult for Manny. He's
He's definitely in his bag. But I should have just gone a little faster. Those ones in the bag. Still only one out for SHS. And now 2 outs.
Two outs, 1 to go.
Really nice if they could stack a couple more points here in the first quarter. Keep sending Julian out, they probably will.
Yeah, Julian, really good switch skater, switch heel flip. First time seeing NYJAH tonight, switch heel, no problem.
You can tell he's ready to skate tonight by the looks of that.
Have some fans up there, players' circles.
Never know what's going to happen in the on the deck for the Soldiers. Oh wow! Using their last final wild card, the nollie flip board slide. Manny, their go-to guy for the wild card rail trick.
And this is kind of how the game went yesterday, too. Manny came in, he did a few rail tricks, and then he was subbed out right away.
Yeah, last week's game was some strategy by Paul Rodriguez. Oh, my. Valid attempt. And another point for SHS there.
Yeah, I just saw the wild card.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Fuck yeah. Good shit, good shit.
Frontside flip from John 1 of 1 Hernandez.
I got him. Finding his groove out there. That had to feel better than bailing a kickflip.
It makes no sense for me to... Yeah. He has that. It's in the bag for bro.
Oh, it certainly was not in the bag for the bro.
Could have gone a little more Muska. It might have worked out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried.
Bring SHS to 3 points.
That shit. No way.
Looks like they're bringing Paul Rodriguez in.
They're sticking to that same game plan. Just Manny in, a few rail tricks, then sub him out, bring PROD in.
Very consistent tonight. It's Julian Christensen.
Yeah, Julian Christensen is feeling it. Nollie big spin. And so far, Soldiers are, I know they're down 3-0, but they're pretty good defensively right now.
Yeah. See the focus at Art Cardova right there. Don't want to give much more up in this first quarter.
Rod father. Just as smooth as ever.
As textbook as you can get on a
and just keep track of what
Rod father switch flip.
I imagine this is Art.
That's a mighty swerve in.
Wow. He really came at a strange angle.
Yeah, he got close to the rail. Nonetheless, switch flip, count it. Successfully defended.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it works, I think.
Hernandez finding his groove.
SHS is throwing a lot of tricks at the Soldiers in this first quarter.
Looks on the probability of 59% here. That just went up.
Yeah. I think it's worth noting, too, the probability isn't the trick.
Right.
It's the regular attempt at it.
I see. I'm going to lean on you to walk me through some of the stats tonight, Sean. Wow, Julian is just not missing.
the defense is on point.
We talked about defense earlier and how important it is. The Soldiers are really answering back, even though they've given away 3 points. And their third and final out there, just missing a switch pop shove it. Switching it over to the Soldiers in the bottom of the first.
That was a good start. Bottom of the first quarter, Soldiers are on offense. NYJAH Houston is up first.
Go, man. My bad, boy.
NYJAH Houston.
That was a fluke. My bad. That was good.
To set the trick. And tonight,
right, 3 fouls in a row.
We saw the 3 points just get scored in the first quarter there.
Hey.
I feel like he's really looking to lock in at least a tie, if not get ahead right here.
Yeah, and let's remember, NYJAH almost died like 2 months ago.
So quickly we forget in this day and age what just happened. For those of you that don't know at home, I couldn't watch it. It was 2 faces of death for me, but NYJAH had one of the worst slams I think any skateboarder's ever taken. What was that, a month and a half ago?
Yeah, he went 30 stairs to the top of his head.
Yeah,
and now
I
he's
would say doctors were not recommending he skate last week or this week.
No, but he is
proving them all wrong.
Getting back into his groove, and then his teammate Art Cardova hit SHS with a hard flip.
And another point.
And this is
Soldiers.
This is already bad. We're 0 for 2 in defense.
Yep.
For SHS.
No outs.
With 0 outs. Yeah, Von Martinez just not getting all the way around on that full cab.
Yep. Still the first quarter here. Finding his legs. Looks like NYJAH's found his legs.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever left him.
That was hurtful.
This is what NYJAH is really good at. He just has his tricks, and he is more consistent than anybody else at those.
He's able to call upon them at any time. Oh, came up a little shy there. Looked like he needed a little more speed. Another point tying it up for the Soldiers. 3 and 3. 2 outs to go. Very focused Art Cardova.
Perfect nollie flip down the set.
Very defendable.
Probability 45% on nollie.
I thought it would be higher.
Me too, actually.
It just went up. And I keep hearkening back to this, but like in the real streets of skateboarding, you don't land everything every try.
No.
And so to have a 45% probability of landing something is very high.
Absolutely, yeah. If you were 45% on any trick that you had, you'd be pretty good.
Yeah. NYJAH's up there with the percentages tonight.
Not good. 1 bail left for the Soldiers, but that's not going to be the case for NYJAH. He's going to keep it going here.
Yeah.
Switch front heel. I think this is the job for Paul Rodriguez.
Yes, definitely in the bag of Paul Rodriguez.
Talking about Hollywood 12. Yeah, right. Straight on angle. One of the best switch front heels ever.
He really does have that trick so good.
Needs this to hold the tie, and he pulls it off.
The crowd likes that.
Look at that. That's just like how it was filmed down Hollywood 12.
My God, just some great defending by SHS right there. We got a little smirk out of him, not much. The stone cold PROD we're seeing tonight. And their third and final out there will bring us to the second quarter. All tied up at 3 and 3.
second? We're gonna sub
Top of
you
the
in.
second quarter. SHS is on offense. Johnny Hernandez is up first.
All right, top of the second quarter. I thought both of them did a pretty good job just to slow it down to 3 points each. The second quarter is going to be a big one to see who can build a lead going into halftime.
Kind of a perfect start to the perfect game here, all tied up.
First trick getting away from John.
Or well, for defense.
Julian can get him back on track. Just had his weight off a little bit on the landing there.
Yeah, it sank a little bit, that nollie back heel.
Over-rotated a little bit. It's coming down to Paul Rodriguez to set a trick here.
And this is big. They need to put pressure on the Soldiers. Man, 3 up, 3 down, and the second quarter's tough.
Out of the gates, they're hoping the Soldiers have the same problem. The way NYJAH's skating tonight, and or don't think that would be the case, but anything can happen.
Soldiers are on offense. Ivan Martinez is up first.
Still tied up here.
Looks like Gustavo Ribeiro's getting subbed in for somebody.
Oh, okay.
For Ivan.
Get it.
I'd say that's a pretty wise move.
Is that the nollie backstep flip trick you're most confident with to land? Is that the most confident trick for you?
This is Gustavo's first trick in PSL.
Okay.
You got it. You got it.
I know he was here last week. There was so much skateboarding, I forgot that he didn't skate. He's just warming up.
Oh, and we're going to get our first FaceTime action for Big Cat.
Due to 2 points of contact with the ground, the previous trick attempt is no good.
Looks like we're not even reviewing it.
Wow, a little sped up these days.
You can hear the crowd booing Big Cat, as we talked about earlier.
I mean, like I said before, it's like pretty common sense. Look, a 2 hands touch, you can't really count that.
You can brush off the haters, but you cannot brush off the floor, Sean.
No, you cannot. Big Cat is down at the bottom of the set. He sees it all. Let's see what route NYJAH goes.
Going wild card with a nollie front crook. Oh my. We have not seen that trick yet. Nollie frontside crook again. Using one of his wild cards wisely.
Yeah, let's remember, SHS burnt through all their rail wildcard tricks, so they're done. They can go set only, but the Soldiers have 2 left, including that nollie front crook.
Looks like they're sending Julian out. Oh. Just getting away from me. Looked pretty confident there.
Yeah, it's a little, kind of pushed it a little too forward up there.
Good.
And that'll...
What was the last trick I just tried?
Put the Soldiers up for the first time, 4-3.
Did you try?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Frontside flip?
Can I try it again?
I mean, I'd say run something you're a little more confident with first, unless you feel like you got it.
I think I got this one.
All right, run it, run it.
That was kind of some funny commentary from NYJAH. Hey man, do something that you're gonna land.
Well, they're up a point with 1 out to go. Oh, using another wild card. Very difficult move. I know he has that in the bag, but
I think there's more tricks Gustavo Ribeiro could do that would be more consistent for him, that would easily get a point.
Well, now that he missed, yes, definitely would have been a better option. But
bigger flip front board, even.
Oh, you mean as a wild card trick?
As a wild card trick, I think nose grind nollie flip was a way more risk than he needed to take.
Yes, agreed. Hernandez Top of the third quarter, setting the trick with a nollie front heel. Oh my God. He is, has he missed a trick yet?
No, NYJAH he's on point.
He came to play.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
this is the NYJAH we're used to seeing.
Yes.
He's back. he only left for like a few weeks.
He left in like a scary amount of time. Healing. Makes you consider what's going on.
Yeah.
Wolverine tendencies of healing capacity.
All right, here we go. Julian Christensen, switch hard flip.
The classic switch hard.
What are you gonna try? Let me.
No stranger.
Backstep flip.
Wow, our Cordova.
Talk defense, and that is what you want. Beautiful. Good morale.
Yeah,
morale booster up there.
These are the types of things that change momentum in
Yes,
games.
exactly.
Talk about one thing, it's putting points on the board is one thing, but when you defend something like a switch hard flip, that just gets everybody hyped on your squad.
Just missing. Patented switch 360 flip. They still have 2 outs.
Only a 1-point difference. Very tight game. SHS needs to do something here to get them tied up.
It's definitely the time to do it as well. This first game going a little quicker than some other PSL games.
Switch V-heel.
Which is a nice feature. Oh, man.
That's out.
So that'll be the third and final out for SHS.
Yeah.
They were really hoping to score some points there, I think.
Still third.
Bottom of the third quarter. Soldiers are on offense. NYJAH Houston is up first.
All right, go get him, brother. You got it.
Yvonne, how you feeling?
All right, we have a sub. PROD is taking himself out, putting Julian Agliardi in.
It's a good strategy.
Which is good strategy. Young, fresh legs for defense.
Is that me? My go?
And remember, if you sub out, you cannot come back in. So Manny and Paul are both done for the night.
NYJAH just not missing. Switch frontside flip.
Yeah, especially so. This is what we're talking about, home team versus the away team. Soldiers are the home team, so if they go and put enough points up and defend successfully in the top of the fourth, game's over.
Right.
I think this is the time when Soldiers really lock in here.
And that's going to help. Not landed to the perfect precision he's used to, but
nonetheless, successful defense.
I thought it was just fine. And they're going to need to defend every trick made here.
I landed in nollie heel position. What rail tricks is little Julian?
Soldiers are poised to, well, first out. Poised to rack up some tricks if NYJAH keeps skating the way he's skating.
Yeah, run it. Land it.
Oh, not. Oh.
Oh, wow. Hopefully they can defend this.
Cool to see Gustavo Ribeiro skate the set like this, because you don't see him do a ton of flip tricks in contests.
Right.
Down sets.
He has so many other tricks in the bag.
And also he has a million rail tricks that score really high points. There we go.
That's why you sub out Julian Agliardi.
Great substitution strategy by
sub yourself out.
SHS.
Yeah. Paul Rod. Paul Rod, P-Rod.
Same thing.
The strategizing father. Wow, getting on weird there, but you're just so comfortable on a rail.
Yeah, and a switch front 5 is one of those where everybody can try it, but nobody wants to.
Exactly.
Especially on a round rail like
it wasn't that weird at all. Maybe I'm just used to seeing like 10 more stairs.
Yeah.
Very confident NYJAH tonight.
I'm trying to put the little guy to work.
Oh boy.
Man.
Give him a restart.
There we go. A little more speed.
That speed. Oh, really wanted to hang on to that. And that's talking strategy from PROD, but also that was some good strategy from NYJAH Houston. Picking a basic trick he's very good at, that he knows could just trip up young Julian Agliardi. Another point on the board for the Soldiers there.
Starting to pull away a little bit in the third quarter.
All the wild card tricks are now used up. So it's just stairs from here on out.
I would like to see the replay. See if this toe hit the ground.
He's good. Probably not exactly how he wanted to land it, but
no. Even if it touched,
yeah,
it wasn't excessive.
Not excessive. Big Cat didn't even meow.
Didn't even flinch. Does need to review that one.
Wow. Hernandez.
Nice. I was like, P-Rod's out. I was like,
proving
fuck, Johnny.
valuable in defense, and they needed that. Oh my. Really hanging on there, but not enough.
Varial flip getting away from Gustavo. And Nollie inward heel just getting away from him. That worked so well for him.
And that
in the last match.
Their final out, bringing us to top of the fourth quarter. Soldiers up 5 to SHS 3.
And this is how this is going to work. SHS needs to get to 5 points to extend this match.
They really do. A little strategy there. I doubt it will trip up Art Cardova, who seemed to be very consistent with basic tricks tonight.
Yeah, we're getting in a little bit of a desperate mode here for SHS.
I would say so.
My foot just fully like slipped off.
Art's just looking at his watch, waiting for this match to be over. Uh-oh. Not yet, Art.
Here we go.
Not yet.
Fakey heel. Who will they send to defend it?
Avon Martinez was subbed out.
Yeah,
he
sub you back in.
cannot come back in.
Good.
Someone needs to
We're
inform
gonna sub back in.
the Soldiers
Actually,
that
Sean,
is illegal.
I think that rule has been amended.
You can do those, right?
So
maybe that's not illegal.
Yeah.
All right, Avon Martinez back in.
But now it stays for the quarter. They can't switch around again.
Okay, so it's just per quarter.
And that's definitely why you subbed that Martinez in.
He said, I think so. And then just bust one. So nice.
Yeah, it was some good strategy there.
That was really good strategy and such a blow to SHS.
A lot of pressure on Julian to make something happen. He does.
I used to do them.
I've seen you do them.
perfect windup and execution on a switch frontside 360. It's like Art Cardova's defending.
Oh, that was sick.
Hung on.
Yeah, that was a late turn.
Really popped it. Popped it more than he spun it.
And this is putting them in within a point to extending this match.
Julian hanging on. Another basic move. A little harder of a basic move, but still a frontside half cab nonetheless.
There we go.
Okay, did not trip up Soldiers. That will get them to Johnny Hernandez in the lineup. First out.
First out, going for the frontside half cab heel. I mean, at some point, you have to start pushing.
You do. It's such a difficult stair trick, but
I think frontside half cab heel is one of the hardest flip tricks in general.
But everybody's different, and Julian's just looking very confident tonight.
Yeah, Julian Christensen's really coming alive towards the end of this match here. Switch varial heel. So good.
Dreads.
Tripping up Cordova, and tying it up here. 5-5. So now there will be a bottom of the fourth.
We will see the Soldiers on offense one more time, without a doubt. Julian Agliardi just trying to make him tired. I don't think NYJAH's missed a kickflip since maybe 2002.
I can't recall.
You were skating earlier. No, it's all right.
Tiny bit squirrely there, but it was very controlled backside 360 ollie.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
Very defendable trick by the Soldiers, but also a trick you can easily slide out on. The trick I'd like to see is a switch backside 360 at PSL.
I would love that.
Shout out, PJ Ladd did one in my face.
Saw a couple in practice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to be watching practice harder.
Soldiers really taking their time.
Yeah. Or we could the case for implementing a shot clock.
Pace of play is a little slow from the Soldiers for...
Yeah, that might not have helped.
No.
Cordova just not getting around far enough. So that'll put SHS up 6-5 with 2 outs to go. Oh.
I mean, this is a late run from SHS that I was not expecting. I kind of thought they were...
Proving this format is really great for comebacks.
Yeah, I thought they were kind of done, to be honest. And then Julian came alive. John, 101, started to go in.
Morale's got to be high. Now, Yvonne Martinez missing that. Gives him another point, 7-5. Still 2 outs to go. Will Agliardi keep it basic, or is he going to step it up into... Let's see. Well, front heel. He's not been lucky with that.
No, that's a trick that's fairly comfortable for him.
See, the easy ones that I got, no one landed all
That'll give them 2 outs. So 1 bail to go on their final possession here at the top of the 4th quarter.
That'll be my first trick. What about you guys?
Switchback side 180.
As far as basic tricks go, this can trip people up.
Yeah. We've seen this trip more people up than the other one. I would like to see the...
Cordova getting low.
Did he tap this last stair?
You want to see the stair cam?
I want to see the stair cam.
Yeah. Yes. That roll away, man. He was
Let's see if he hit the bottom
limboing.
stair. He might have hit the bottom stair. Can we get a stair cam?
Well, Big Cat's down there. If he's not calling it out, I don't know. There we go.
Here we go.
Hard to get that exact moment.
Yeah.
Be patient with our tech cam down at the bottom of the stairs.
That's a big moment. That could have went 8-5.
Well, I guess we. Oh my! I'm told by the booth it did not hit.
All right.
They've reviewed it. And Julian Christensen, nollie, backside 360. God, he is really coming alive here in the fourth quarter, right when they need him.
Applying a lot of pressure.
Very hard trick to defend. Oh! Oh! Ivan Martinez.
Yours was fucking.
Defending.
Just pinned it to the ground.
Yeah, he really used gravity there. You can see he's chuckling about that, but it was a roll away nonetheless. And a good defend by the Soldiers. 1 out to go. That will be the third and final out for SHS, giving them a score. 2 points up, 7-5. If the Soldiers can score 3 here, game over.
It is game over, so it all comes down to the defense of SHS for this game.
And they hold off NYJAH and the Soldiers. One more round.
Little sketchy, but
holding on. Cordova is.
Big Cat is not flinching down there, so that is a successful make on a pop shove it.
Sending out Julian Christensen. No problem. That can trip people up, though. You don't have Julian Christensen on your team.
Julian's got him good, though. What about...
Strategizing by NYJAH Houston.
3?
Tonight, Julian Christensen, 3 points, 80%, 10 out of 12 on offense.
That's amazing.
2 for 3 on defense.
That's a crazy stat, 10 for 12. 80% from the field. Ivan Martinez setting the trick with a frontside 360 ollie.
This is in John's wheelhouse.
Amazing. He really like leveled out that front 180 and then just dropped the last 180 there.
Yeah, he has a lot of control.
Had the look of experience. NYJAH's not letting anything slide right now.
He's gonna pick up the call right here.
Julian.
And this is the defense we were looking for at SHS.
He is really shining tonight.
Front shove next.
Yeah, nollie back heel. Perfect.
Those green cargos are helping out. They're good luck.
Oh, yeah. He's all green.
Whatever it is, it's working. Go. So far, no outs. Oh, man.
They're putting on a defensive show tonight.
This is a really good end of the fourth here.
Here we go. It's going to start getting tight for the Soldiers.
Yeah, they had to bail sooner or later.
1 bail, 2 to go. And if SHS can hold them off for 2 more bails, this game is over.
Yeah, defensively, they've just been Really didn't want that.
And SHS, this will go down as a very good strategy. Throwing Manny in early, subbing Paul in, and then having Julian come in late.
Oh, man.
Kind of ran through the whole 5-man squad.
Really good orchestration by PROD.
So this is it. If Art falls on this try, game over.
You can hear the crowd hyping him up. It all comes down to Art Cardova. Oh, and he scored a burial flip of all things.
What a trick to pull out when you need it.
Would not be the trick I would expect, but he's happy because that is a tough one to defend.
Let's see if Agliardi can defend.
Caught a slow flip. The plan worked, giving them another point. We got a 1-point game here, Sean.
Are we smelling overtime here?
Smelling some sudden death. Martinez.
The fakie ollie.
Missing a fakie ollie to end it. NYJAH is not happy about that. And the final, SHS 7, Soldiers 6, bringing them to 2-1 now. The Soldiers 1-2. What a good first game.
That was a great first game. SHS really showed off some defensive skill right there, putting themselves in a good position to make the playoffs.
It was looking rough for them, and they really made a comeback. NYJAH Houston just not really missing.
No, NYJAH skated great. I just think it was the defense of SHS.
The defense of Julian Christensen and SHS, Johnny Hernandez.
Top notch.
It was amazing. Nova hanging on.
Yeah, and this is kind of where it started to go downhill for him. The varial flip gave him a little hope, and then this fakie ollie just ended.
He's going to regret that tonight. But let's look at the overall points and averages in offense and defense here, Sean.
Yeah, you know, they held the Soldiers to 6 points. That's an amazing stat. Well under their average, 65%, and the defense, 9 of 15 is really well done.
They had to defend less. No, it looked like Julian was just out there defending the entire time.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what, you know, you grab the younger kid, you know he's gonna go for the tricks.
Right.
And it's, you know, he has fresh legs.
Yeah.
It was really, I mean, Paul's team, SHS, has shown crazy strategy over the last 2 weeks. They're really starting to figure out this format. And as time goes and you see tricks and you see what other people can and can't do.
And I'm told we've got Chris Blake down there, Julian Christensen. Let's see what he has to say about an amazing comeback.
All right, I got Julian Christensen here. Dude, we're calling you defense from Denver because you bring it every time. I'm so happy you're in this thing, and you got the family at home. Are they watching?
Yep, Isaiah, lovely soul, love you. I mean, everything I do is for the kids, you know, so.
Oh, we can see it. We can tell you got these kids to feed because you stomp everything, man. It's a good time here at PSL. You loving this thing?
Oh, yeah. My inner child, too, loving it. You know, skating with all the homies, just doing the tricks we love to do.
You're slowly becoming a favorite here. I'm going to toss it back up to the boys, Clint and Malto, and we're on to the next match.
Yeah, Julian, he crushed that game. That was amazing to see. Both the Julians, actually, Christensen and Agliardi.
Yeah, a couple Julians there killing it. Such a high level of skateboarding and just consistency. you know, they're landing and defending these tricks first try.
Yeah, and he put up 3 points. I mean, 3 out of the 8. That's a great number. All these points are very hard to get. You're skating against the best people in the world.
And we're tossing a break. We'll be back after this with game 2.